Hello students, welcome to IMS Gate Academy. I hope you are doing great with your gate preparation. My dear students, as we are only 4 or 5 days to the gate exam, so let us challenge ourselves with the most 10 challenging questions in the topic geomatics. My dear students, we at IMS Gate Academy proudly say that we are offering the offline gate coaching at Bangalore Jayanagar Center and also at Vijayawada near Ben Circle. My dear students, we are offering 800 plus hours of gate coaching with the exercise book, study material, chapter-wise tests, multiple subject tests, advanced level test, and my dear students, to retrospect yourself, what is your strength and what is your weakness, we are coming with the My Plan sessions where we have got a good results from the students, where a average student has been reached to the maximum extent where he can get the actual gate marks to be successful. My dear students, apart from this, we have an extraordinary team for all the branches who are experienced from NITs and IITs. Myself, Sandeep Adari, I've done my BTech from JN2 Hyderabad and MTech from NITK Surathkal with A rank 192. I have trained almost 10,000 students across the country in various centers. My dear students, then what are you waiting for? I don't want to waste your time and quickly we'll go into the most 10 challenging questions in geomatics. My dear students, let us start the question first. The question here is, an open traverse used a theodolite and the consecutive coordinates are given below. So these are, if the independent coordinates of north and east are 400 meter and 200 meter, what is the independent coordinates of station T? So my dear students, see, here I have a question for you. Suppose if I consider this as a line L, if I consider this as a line L, and if I consider this as a bearing theta, see my dear students, whenever you are learning some problem, the concept behind the problem is very important in a competitive exam like GATE where they test your basics. Suppose if I consider this as a line L and this as the bearing as theta, we call this as latitude and we call it as departure. Now my dear students, from this understanding, we can say latitude is equal to L cos theta. And my dear students, we can say departure is equal to L sin theta. Now, as part of this, whatever the northing and southings will be considered as latitudes. My dear students, again and again I am telling you the important point. The northings and southings will be considered as latitude. And in traditional methods, we take northings as positive and southings as negative. So my dear students, we take northing as positive and southing as negative. Agree? And my dear students, when I talk about departure, here in departure, let me tell you one important thing. In departure, we take eastings as positive and here we take westings as negative. Easting will be positive and westing will be taken as negative. So here we have two things. One is easting and westing. Here we have northings and southings. So here if we consider this as a line, L, we call this as what, sir? L cos theta. No, this is, we call it as L sin theta because people, I have written intentionally, sir. Why? Because people are habituated, horizontal line means L sin theta. Very good afternoon, Amit Goyal. Okay, here we call it as L sin theta and here we call it as L cos theta. Because actually this line will be taken as 90 minus theta. Okay, this is called 90 minus theta. So here, my dear students, when I consider latitude as L cos theta and departure as L sin theta, northing as positive, southing as negative. Similarly, easting as positive and westing as negative. So with this actual concept, we can solve this problem. So my dear students, what do you mean by a traverse? A traverse is nothing but a group of lines connected together to form a closed loop, where using the help of a traverse, my dear students, you can find the area of a plot. Suppose you own a plot in Delhi Okay, to find the area of your plot, you can use the help of the compass and chain surveying to know the area of the plot, which is the one of the objective of the surveying. So let us solve this problem, my dear students. So when I considered here, what is the summation of northings? Here if I do, summation of northings will be taken as 190.8. So here I can take, my dear students, here I can take summation as 190.8. If I take the summation of south, it will be taken as 196.1. Okay. So my dear students, if I consider here latitude, if I consider latitude here, what do you mean by latitude is, you can write it as sum of northings minus sum of southing. So here sum of northing is 190.8 minus what is the sum of southing? 196.1. So this will be equal to around 5.3 meter negative. Similarly, what is the sum of the eastings? Sum of the eastings is nothing but equal to 101 and sum of westings is equal to 130.9 meter. Agree, my dear students? So here when I talk about departure, what do you mean by departure? Departure is nothing but the sum of the eastings minus sum of westing. What's that? Sum of easting minus sum of westing. So what do you mean by sum of easting? So sum of easting is nothing but 101, my dear students. Sum of westing is 130.9. So we have minus 29.9 meter as departure. And sum of eastings minus sum of westing is minus 5.3 meter. Now here he is asking what is the independent coordinates of T. So let me explain with you a traverse. So we have a point here, my dear students. We have a point here which is P. We have a traverse Q and we have R here and we have S here and we have T here. So he is asking what are the coordinates of T here. So when finding the coordinates of T here, see here, my dear students, we have the northings given as 400 meters of coordinates P. So 400 minus 5.3 which you got, which will be equal to 394.7 meter, which is the independent coordinates of T. This is northing. Similarly, when I talk about easting, it is 200 minus 29.9 meter, which is equal to 170.1 meter. So these are the coordinates of a coordinate T. These are the coordinates of coordinate T. And my dear students, the word independent has a significant effect. So the option here is 394.4, 394.7 and 170.1. So option C is correct. So my dear students, let us understand the key points of this problem. What is a traverse? A traverse is nothing but a group of traverse line connected together. And here, my dear students, latitudes are nothing but the northings and southings. Departure is nothing but the eastings and westings. Northing will be taken as positive, southing will be taken as negative, easting will be taken as positive in departure, and westing will be taken as negative. As part of this, we have calculated the sum of the northings and sum of the southings, and we got a value. Similarly, we have done for easting and westing, and the final answer is 394.7 and 170.1. So, my dear students, you think the word challenging question. Challenging question cannot be a question which is not apart from the GATE exam. So, challenging question is a question where we identify the importance of the question and how can be the possibility of getting into a GATE exam. So, I hope you have enjoyed that question. So, let us move on to the next question, my dear students. We have a question. A survey line was measured to be 285.5 meters with a tape having a nominal length of 30 meters. On checking, the true length of the tape was found to be 0.05 meters short and the slope is 1 in 10, the reduced length of the plot of the survey work. So, my dear students, how the surveying has been started? To measure a distance between two lines, we have been using either a chain or a tape. So, to measure the horizontal distance, we are using a chain or a tape. To measure the bearings, we are using a compass. So, let us understand this question, my dear student. There was a chain of length how much? 30 meter. Very important. And this 30-meter chain has been reduced to 29.95 meter. Why it is reduced to 29.95 meter? It is because the chain is short by 0.05 meter. Remember, my dear students, the chain is short by how much, sir? 0.05 meter. So here you are aware that chain is short. Okay. Now see, students, when you are measuring a distance between A and B, if the chain is short, understand, students, the measured distance will be more. Agree? So error will be positive, correction will be negative. So here the actual length between two stations A and B given in the problem is how much, sir? 285.5 into actual length of the chain is 299.95 upon 30. Sir, this is nothing but the correction for standardization. So on solving this, you will get a value of 285.024 meter. Agree, my dear students? Very good. Students, please try to respond in the chat box. So what here? There are 2 points A and B. The actual length of the chain is 30 meter, but now it is short by 0.05 meter. So I applied the correction for standardization and I have got a value of 285.024. But let me tell you one important thing. This length is laid on a slope. If this length is laid on a slope of L and if it is making an angle theta, so what is this length, my dear students? This length is nothing but L cos theta. What, sir? L cos theta. So here, my dear students, the slope given in the problem is 1 in 10. So when I discuss slope means M. M is nothing but tan theta. So when they give you tan theta as 1 in 10, what will be cos theta? Cos theta will be equal to 10 upon root over 10 square plus 1 square. That will be equal to 0.995. Agree, my dear students? Very good, very good. So how do you find out the horizontal length? Now the length is how much, sir? 285.024 meter. Now the corrected length will be equal to, it's one of the gate question also, students. Now corrected length will be equal to 285.024 meter multiplied by 0.995, which will give you the value 283.6 meter. So my dear students, the funda here is simple. How do you find out the distance? The distance is find out using a chain or a tape. Correction for standardization. Let me tell you, the key points in this problem are correction for standardization is given by the formula length of the actual chain, that is after, because it is short by 0.05 meters, so L, actual length of the chain and correction for each chain length. So if you apply this, you will get the correction for standardization. And also they are doing the correction for slope. Correction for slope is always negative, my dear students. It can be taken as L into 1 minus cos theta. So these two concepts will help you how to solve the problem. Now see, students, we have another beautiful question. A square area with a side of 100 meter. What side? 100 meter. Appear as 1 centimeter square. The photograph map shows that a contour of 650 meter passes through the area. If the focal length is 150 mm, what is the height from the aerial photograph? Now, my dear students, let us understand what you mean by photogrammetry. Photogrammetry is the art of science obtaining reliable information about the physical object by the process of recording, means you have taken a camera, you have taken my capture, you have taken my photo. So by using this photo, you will know what is my height, what is my width, these things. So that is what you do in photogrammetry. Suppose now, my dear students, where suppose landslides, disasters are happening, there are some drones, that is nothing but photogrammetry. Again, for your information, photogrammetry is the art of science of obtaining reliable information about physical objects by the process of recording, measuring and interpreting the photos. So how do you solve this? What is the agenda of a contour? A contour is nothing but an imaginary line joining points of equal elevation. So let us start this problem, students. Now what do you mean by scale? So see, students, in scale, first let me tell you the basic formula. Scale is nothing but photo distance by ground distance. What is the formula, my dear students? It is nothing but scale of a photo is nothing but photo distance upon ground distance. So see, students, it is simple, sir. Sir, in a ground, if you measure distance between 2 points in a ground, it can be 200 kilometers. In photo, you will show it as 2 centimeters. So this is how you will do in a scaling. If you do in a map, this is what scale of a map means. Map distance by ground distance. So we have different cases here. So what is the different cases? Case 1, focal length upon flying height. If the ground surface is planar, if you are standing on top of a building and doing the value, it is focal length upon h minus h. Or if you are doing for an undulated ground, it is f upon h minus h average. So my dear students, we have 3 different things here. Agree or not? So please write down these, students. Please write down that, students. Very good, very good. So here, now see, students, here you have to know what is a scale. 1 centimeter appears as 100 meter. Sir, see, 1 centimeter square, 1 centimeter appears as 100 meter. Okay. Now 1 centimeter square appears as how many meter square? So it will be 100 into 100. So it will be equal to 10 power 4 meter square. Okay. Now see, students, he has told in the problem that contour is passing through a height. So height of an object or a building, small h is nothing but 650 meter. Okay. Now what is the focal length given in the problem, my dear students? See, focal length was given as 150 mm. So focal length is given as 150 mm, which you can convert into 0.15 meter. Now, my dear students, here we have a scale is equal to the formula. Scale is equal to f upon h minus h. Using this formula, you can solve this problem. So what is scale, sir? Scale is nothing but 1 upon 10 power 4 is equal to 0.15 focal length upon, what is the flying height, sir? Flying height only we have to find out, minus h minus small h is 650. So you can write here h minus 650 is equal to 1500 meter and h is equal to flying height is nothing but 2150 meter. So see, students, you should be aware of the concept. What is scale of a photo? It is defined as the ratio of photo distance upon ground distance. Are you able to understand, students? So here what I have done is, we have 3 cases. If it is a ground, it is nothing but focal length by flying height. If you are standing on top of a building or a tower or anything, then it is called scale is equal to f upon h minus h. If the ground is undulated, it is scale is f upon h minus h average. So the final answer here is C, 2150 meter. I hope you have enjoyed this problem. So my dear students, see, there are a lot of questions asking from people. Dilip Dompalgudi. Understood, sir. Very good, Dilip, very good. See, Dilip and everyone, if you are writing the GATE 2025 or 24, if you are writing the next year also, students, then you have to do preparation. See, let us understand the facts. For a successful GATE student, it requires 700 hours of preparation. So my dear students, if you are a GATE 25 student, then don't waste your time. Definitely GATE has a various advantages. You name public sector, you name higher education, IIT or NIT, or you name the PhD course through GATE exam you can get, or whatever you have studied in the 4 years of your BTech to improve your knowledge level, then definitely GATE will have an impact. And if you are a civil engineering student, you can get into the state level exams, SSC, JE. And mark my word, this is the only exam where you can prepare while studying your BTech. So students, just challenge yourself for 1 year for your 30 years of your benefit. If you are not challenging this 1 year for GATE preparation, your 30 years will be a big question mark, especially for the core branches like electrical, civil engineering and mechanical. So it is the time, arise, awake and dream for your future. So let us go into the next problem. The question here is, the observed bearings of a traverse are given below. So the stations which are affected by local attraction. So whenever we are studying a question, the concept behind is very important. So we have two stations. I am giving for example, we have two stations for example, A and B. My dear students, let us understand what do you mean by local attraction. Sir, actually if you consider a needle here, okay, if I consider a needle, if there is some influence of magnetic materials, the needle will get deviated. The needle gets deviated. So whatever the readings you take, they will be wrong. So due to the influence of the magnetic materials in and around the bearing will affect your bearing readings. So due to that, local attraction will appear. So what are the conditions for local attraction? Let us understand that, my dear student. So here, if back bearing of AB minus fore bearing of AB is equal to 180 degrees, conditions are very, very important. If it is equal to 180 degrees, then my dear students, you should tell that no station is affected by local attraction. What, sir? You can say here, no station is affected by local attraction. What, sir? No station is affected by local attraction. What, sir? If back bearing minus fore bearing is equal to 180 degrees, no station is affected by local attraction. If suppose back bearing of AB minus fore bearing of AB is not equal to 180, degrees, here comes the concept. Station A can affect, station B can affect, or both stations A and B can affect. So my dear students, there can be 3 cases if back bearing minus fore bearing is not equal to 180. Sir, in this 10 challenging questions, you can challenge me after the GATE exam. At least from this concept we can see a question. It is my 100% sure. If there are 2 questions from surveying, at least 1 question will be from these concepts only. From these 10 concepts, I am 100% sure. So here back bearing minus fore bearing is not equal to 180. Either station A can affect, station B can affect, or both stations A and B can affect. So let us solve this problem. Now my dear students, you should be smart because you are preparing for GATE. So what is PQ here and what is QP? Remember my dear students, fore bearing of line AB, suppose here he is telling fore bearing of QP. You can write here fore bearing of AP, but here I am telling you fore bearing of line QP can be written as back bearing of PQ. Both will be same. What I have done? Tell me, sir. What I have done? Very good afternoon. Very good afternoon, Rahul. Sir, see, here we have QP. Here we have PQ. Just I have interchanged the names. Suppose, see students, if I have a station AB, if I write here, what is this? You can write 4 bearing of BA. This can be written as 4 bearing of BA. And this can be also written as back bearing of AB. So 4 bearing of BA will be equal to back bearing of AB. What happened? Stations interchange. So remember students, 4 bearing and back bearing will be equal if the stations are interchanged. Agree? Agree, Rahul and Dilip? Can you please respond? So here, if I take 2 stations, PQ and QP, this is nothing but this is 4 bearing of PQ. This can be written as back bearing of PQ. So the difference between them is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Now here if you see, the difference between them is not equal to 180 degrees. And if you see, this is also not equal to 180 degrees. But if you see here, S and T, this is equal to 180 degrees. Very good, Rahul. Very good, Dilip. Very good. Now see students, stations P and Q are not affected. No station is affected means P and Q are not affected. Similarly, when I talk about S and T, they are also not affected. S and T are also not affected. So we have 5 stations, P, Q, R, S and T. No station P and Q are not affected, S and T are not affected. What is the station which is affected? Only R. So the answer here is only R. So again, let me conclude the gist of this problem. Here, if there are 2 stations, back bearing of AB minus 4 bearing of AB is equal to 180. No station is affected by local attraction. If back bearing minus 4 bearing is not equal to 180, either station A can affect, station B can affect, or both stations A and B can affect. From this concept, you should know that which stations are affected. And another important concept is very good answer Dilip, very good answer. Back bearing of PQ can be written as 4 bearing of QP. Just interchange the stations. Very good answers Dilip, very good. Now see students, we have another question. This is called relief displacement question students. First let me tell you what do you mean by relief displacement. Sir, what do you mean by relief displacement? My dear students, relief displacement is nothing but the lateral shift of the image. What, sir? It is the lateral shift of the image. That is known as relief displacement. Using relief displacement, my dear students, you can find out the height of a tower, height of an object. That are the applications. So let me tell you one important thing here, students. Suppose if you have a tower here, okay, and if I consider this as the radial R to the center. Now you have a photo here. Now see student, this difference between the image to the top and bottom, that is nothing but relief displacement. Are you getting me, sir? Sir, if there is no relief displacement, if the tower is here, both top and bottom of the image will coincide. Are you getting me, sir? So my dear students, let me tell you one thing. Relief displacement is given by the formula. Relief displacement is given by the formula. Delta R is equal to R1H upon capital H. What, sir? Relief displacement is given by the formula. Delta R is equal to R1H upon capital H. What is delta R here? Delta R is nothing but the relief displacement. What is delta R, sir? Delta R is nothing but the relief displacement. Okay. Now what is R1, sir? R1 is the radial distance to the top of the image. What, sir? R1 is the radial distance to the top of image. R1 is the radial distance to the top of image. Okay, capital H is the flying height. Small h is the height of a building or height of an object, you can write. So, my dear students, here if you have some formula, please understand what are the parameters. Delta R is the relief displacement, R1 is the radial distance to the top of image, capital H is the flying height, small h is the height of the object. Now see students, we have here, sir, see, the length of the image of the tower A is how much, sir? 1.5 centimeter and B is 2 centimeter. 1.5 to both are relief displacement. And tower A is how much, sir? 4 and 6 centimeter. If the height of the tower B is 80 meter, what is the height of the tower A? Now let us understand this diagram, sir. Sir, see, we have two stations here. Sorry, two towers. One is A. Another one is B. Now see students, if they have given you this as A and this as B, the relief displacement of A, delta RA, is given as 1.5 centimeter and delta of RB is given as 2 centimeter relief displacement given in the problem. Radial distance to the top R1A is given as 4 centimeter. R1B, radial distance to the top of the image, is 6 centimeter. Here he is asking what is the height of a tower A, and here height of the tower B is given as 80 meter. Now my dear students, in the second case we have the relief displacement, radial distance and height of the tower. How do you find out the flying height using this concept? Sir, you know delta RB can be written as R1B into height of the tower upon flying height. Remember, sir, flying height is same in both the cases. So here delta RB is 2 centimeter, R1B is 6 centimeter, height of the tower is 80 meter upon flying height. So from this it is evident that flying height is equal to how much, sir? 240 meter. From this it is evident what is the flying height? Flying height is equal to how much, students? 240 meter. Now how do you solve the height of the object A? Here you can simply write delta RA is equal to R1A into height of the tower A upon flying height. Delta RA is how much, sir? Relief displacement is how much? Here it is 1.5. R1A is how much, sir? 4 centimeter. Height of the tower A, you don't know. Flying height is how much, sir? Flying height. What is the flying height? It is 240. So you can write from this height of the tower A is equal to 90 meter. Sir, because I have calculated 240 from this and I have applied all the formula, I have plugged in all the values and we got the value height of the tower A as 90 meter. So what are the key points in this problem? So relief displacement is nothing but the lateral shift of the image of a tower. Using the relief displacement, height of an object, height of a tower can be known. Relief displacement is given by the formula delta R is equal to R1 into H upon capital H, where delta R indicates the relief displacement. R1, please remember this with common sense. R1 is the radial distance to the top. But let me tell you, this problem can be solved using similar triangle concept. H is the height of the tower. Capital H is the flying height. I hope you are clear. Very good, very good. Now, this is a beautiful question, sir. Sir, you name any series in IMS Gate Academy YouTube channel, I cover this question. Because this question has some significance. I'll tell you, my dear students. In a region with a magnetic declination of 2 degrees east, The magnetic forebearing of a line is north 79 degree 50 minutes east. There was a local attraction at A. To determine the correct bearing of a magnetic bearing of a line, a point O is selected such that there is no local attraction. The magnetic forebearing of a line AO and OA are south 52 degree and north 52 degree west. What is the true forebearing of a line AB? Beautiful question, student. Beautiful question. Now let us explain this question, or let us discuss this question. What do you mean by true bearing? True bearing is nothing but magnetic bearing plus or minus declination. What, sir? True bearing is nothing but magnetic bearing plus or minus declination. What is true bearing, sir? True bearing is nothing but magnetic bearing plus or minus declination. My dear students, if the positive sign will be used, if the declination is eastwards. Positive sign will be used if the declination is eastwards. Negative sign is used if the declination is westwards. I hope you are clear. I hope you are clear. Now, they have given you one thing, sir. We have two stations readings, OA and AO. Now, my dear students, let us understand one point. He has told in the problem that station A is affected by local attraction. Sir, it has a sense. It has a meaning. Sir, station A is affected by local attraction means the readings taken from A are absolutely wrong. The readings taken from A are absolutely wrong. If the station O is free from local attraction, the readings taken from O are absolutely correct. Are you able to understand, my dear students? If it is no local attraction, station readings are correct. If there is a local attraction, the readings are wrong. So let us go through this thing. One is AO is south 52 degree 40 minutes. South 52 degree 40 minutes. And what is OA? OA is north 50 degrees 20 minutes west. North 50 degrees 20 minutes west. What, sir? One is north 50 degree 20 minutes west. But remember, this reading is correct. This reading is wrong. So here I will tell you one thing. If I convert this into whole circle bearing, so it is 50 degree 20 minutes north. So if I talk about 20 minutes, right? If I convert into whole circle bearing, it is 360 minus this value. So you can write here 309 degrees 40 minutes. If I convert into whole circle bearing. So let me tell you, OA is correct. So if I take forebearing of OA is equal to 309 degree 40 minutes. Now what will be back bearing of OA? Back bearing of OA will be equal to 309 degree 40 minutes minus 180 degrees. This is equal to 129 degrees 40 minutes, which should be the true value. But actually what is given in the problem? South 50 degrees 40 minutes east. South 52 degree 40 minutes east. What is this angle? This angle will be equal to 127 degree 40 minutes. So if you convert this into, 127 degree 52 degree 40 minutes. 127 degree 20 minutes. If I convert into whole circle bearing. Now see students, actually it should be how much? 129 degree 40 minutes. But actually given in the problem how much, sir? 127 degree 20 minutes. To make this true value, whether you have to add or you have to subtract, You have to add. Are you getting me, sir? The correct value of back bearing of OA is 129 degrees 40 minutes. And for your information, back bearing of OA will be equal to the fore bearing of AO, which I told you in the previous concept. So here they have given 127 degree 20 minutes. It should be 129 degree 40 minutes. To make 129 degree 40 minutes, what we have to do? We have to add a value of 2 degree 20 minutes. You have to add a value of how much, sir? 2 degree 20 minutes. So the correction for local attraction. So the correction for local attraction, correction due to local attraction is 2 degree 20 minutes. How much, sir? 2 degree 20 minutes. Agree? Now see. True bearing is equal to what, sir? True bearing is equal to magnetic bearing plus declination. Now here in this problem, they have given magnetic declination is 2 degrees east and fore bearing of a line AB is 79 degrees 50 minutes. 79 degrees 50 minutes is the one, sir. And declination is given east, so it is 2 degree plus only. Sir, you can ask me why I have taken plus 2 degree, because the declination is towards eastward. So it is 2 degree. So you can write it as 81 degree 50 minutes. So 81 degree 50 minutes is the true bearing of a line AB when declination is positive 2 degree 81. Now here we have local attraction is how much, sir? 2 degree 20 minutes. So here we have to do this correction also. 81 degree 50 minutes plus 2 degree 20 minutes. So this will be equal to 84 degree 10 minutes. So the final answer here is how much, sir? 84 degree 10 minutes. So I hope you are clear. So my dear students, there are two important things in this problem. True bearing is equal to magnetic bearing plus or minus declination. If the declination is eastwards, you have to take as positive. If the declination is westwards, you have to take negative. So if they have given that a station, some station X or Y or Z, if there is no local attraction, says that it does, the readings taken from that point or from that station will be true. If there is local attraction, means the readings taken from that station are not correct. So if you follow this small methodology, you can solve any problem on this. And Dilip, let me tell you one suggestion for you. Whenever you are solving the problems on true bearing, magnetic bearing and declination, it's my sincere advice to convert the bearings into whole circle bearing. Don't try to do the problem with reduced bearing, because all the first confusion can be avoided if you solve the problem using the whole circle bearing. I hope you are clear what I am trying to say. If you are following reduced bearing, you have to be aware of the diagram. Okay? Okay, my dear students. Very good, very good. Sir, this is another important question, sir. Here there are two questions. The bearing of two inaccessible stations of S1, easting 500 and northing 500, and station S2, the bearings of two inaccessible stations, 500, 500 north and east. Here it is 450 and 600. From a station S3 with the bearings of 225 degree and 153 degree 26 minutes. What is the independent station of S3? So here let me tell you, Janin Mani. Very good, Janin. Now see, sir, we have a station here. We have a station S3. From here, sir, there was a station which is making S1, which is making an angle of 225 degrees, which is given in the problem. This is station S1. There is another station which is S2, which is making an angle of how much, sir? 153 degrees 26 minutes. This is making an angle of 153 degree 26 minutes. So let me tell you what is this angle, sir. So this is how much, sir? 225. So this angle will be equal to how much? 45 degrees. If you consider geometry, these are alternate angles. So this will be also 45 degrees. Similarly, this is 153 degrees 26 minutes. So this angle will be equal to how much, sir? 26 degree 34 minutes. 180 minus. So this is also equal to 26 degree 34 minutes. How much, sir? This is also equal to 26 degree 34 minutes. I'll take it as L1. I'll take this as L2. Now see, students, what is the northing side? 500, 500 first one. If I take here 500 meter north and 500 meter north, I'm just drawing the diagram, sir. If you draw the diagram, almost 100% of the problem is done. Here if you solve, the other one is making an angle north 450 and 600. Here northing is 450 and southing is 600. Sorry, easting. Okay. Now see, students, very good, sir. How do we write coordinates of S3? What, sir? How do we write coordinates of S3 with respect to S1? Are you getting me, sir? Sir, in coordinate geometry, you know about transformation of axis. Suppose you have one point origin 0, 0, sir. If this axis has been transferred to here, you will write capital X is equal to some x plus h upon y plus k. You might have studied in +2. Same thing I am doing here, sir. I know the coordinates of S1 here, 500 and 500. What will be the coordinates of S3 if this length is L1? So you can write coordinates of S3. Here it is northing. So coordinates of S3 can be written as 500 plus L1. Sir, see, this is northing. So cos 45 degree. This is northing with respect to S1. Similarly, if I write about easting, it is will be equal to 500 plus L1 sin 45. So these are the coordinates of S3 with respect to S1. Are you following, my dear students? Are you following? Very good, very good. What will be the coordinates of S3 with respect to S2? Here see, students, I will take this length as L2. Here northing is how much? 450. So you can write it as 450 plus L2 into cos 26 degree 34 minutes. But if you see the coordinates of easting, how much here it will be written as? The other length, sir. This will be written as 600, no? Here it is 450, 600. Sir, see, here this is towards this side, so it will be positive. But here it is towards this side, so negative. So 600 minus L2 into cos 26 degree 34 minutes. Are you getting me? So let me explain you one thing, sir. Sir, see, if I take coordinate axis like this is north, this is south, this is east, west. Both are positive here. Here negative, positive. Here negative, negative. Here it is positive, negative. So let me tell you what is this coordinate. Suppose if you are moving this direction, in this direction, both are positive. One is moving negative and this is negative, latitude, departure is positive. So if you are moving in this direction, both are negative. If you are moving in this direction, this is positive, this is. So here see, I have taken this direction in this way. That is the reason I have taken negative here. Now he is asking in the problem, what is the independent coordinates of easting? So when I talk about independent coordinates of easting, so here is the second one. Sir, see, coordinates of S3, coordinates of S3, coordinates of S3 will be equal to 500 plus L1 sine 45 degrees. Okay. Now see students, here what will be L1? I will tell you, 500 plus L1 will be, if you calculate that, 50 root 2 into 1 by root 2. This will be equal to 550 meter. Sir, how I know L1 is 50 root 2 means, here you have to equate this equation is equal to this equation and this coordinate is equal to this coordinate. Based on this, you will get L1, L2 values, and substituting in that, you will get a value of 550 meters. Okay, sir? I hope you are clear. Now see students, there was another question here. The question here is the chainage of the intersection of a 2 points is 15865060 and the angle of intersection is 140 degrees. If the radius of circular curve is 600 meter and the tangent distance and the length of the curve. So my dear students, here why I have given this question? Because what people have done wrong in the previous cases. Sir, see. Suppose if I have taken this as a curve, sir, simple curve, circular curve. Okay. Sir, he has given in the problem this angle of intersection as 140 degrees. They have not given this angle, sir. Actually, when I take according to geometry, delta, this delta and this delta will be equal. If students have taken delta as 140, then the problem is wrong. You have to take delta is equal to 180 degrees minus 140 degrees, which is equal to 40 degrees. Okay. Here in the problem, radius is given as 600 meter. But let me tell you, how do you find out the length of tangent? Sir, length of the tangent is given by the formula. Length of tangent is given by the formula what, sir? R tan delta by 2. Length of the tangent is given by the formula what, sir? R tan delta by 2. Agree? When I talk about R tan delta by 2, here what is the radius, sir? Radius is 600 meter into tan 40 degrees by 2. This will be the length of the tangent. Okay. What is the value? Can anyone tell me? This is length of tangent. If I talk about length of curve is nothing but pi r delta by 180 degrees. What is pi here? Pi, radius is 600 meter, delta is 40 degrees upon 180 degrees. So this will be 4.5. So can anyone tell me what is this answer, sir? What is the length of the curve and length of tangent? Sir, see, length of the tangent will be equal to 218.84 meter and length of the curve will be equal to 418.87 meter. What, sir? 418.87 meter and this will be equal to 218.84 meter. Okay? Very, sir, Janani, please check it. It will be 600 into tan 20 degrees. 600 into tan 20. Or if you want me to do it, let me do it. 600 into tan 20 degrees. Oh. 600 multiplied by 600 How much value you got, sir? Tan 20. Sir, you will get 218.84 meter. Very good, Janani. Very good. So, see students, I hope you have enjoyed this session. Students, if you are looking for a, sir, repeat Gautam. Which one, sir? Gautam, which one you want me to repeat? Yes, Dilip. Yes, very good. Sir, let me tell you. Sir, here, I think Gautam, sir, repeat this question. Okay. Sir, the chainage of the intersection of point of two straights is given, sir. And the angle of intersection is 140 degrees. Okay, let me tell you in this question, sir. Sir, Gautam, see, there is a curve here, a simple curve. And we have two tangents, sir, here. Okay. Here, what I would like to tell you is this angle they have given, Amma. This angle is 140 degrees. They have given this angle. Angle of intersection between the tangents. This is 140 degrees. Now, what will be this angle, sir? If I consider this is 180 degrees, this will be equal to 180 minus 140. So, this will be equal to 40 degrees. Now, according to the geometry, if this angle is equal to delta, this angle will be also equal to delta. Now, what is the length of the curve? Sir, see, if this is a curve having a delta and radius r, what is the length of the curve? We write it as length of the curve as r into delta, which if you convert into radians, it will be pi r delta by 180 degrees. Now, see students, if you consider this as V1 and this as T1, this VT1 we call it as length of the tangent. And if I consider this triangle VT1O, if I consider this as O, this will be delta by 2 and this will be radius. So, see students, if I take this as right angle triangle here, this is right angle triangle, this is V, this is T1 and this is O. This is radius R and here we call it as delta by 2. So, this length can be written from geometry as r tan delta by 2. So, here you know, Gautam, yeah, very good, Gautam, very good. So, here what is r radius, sir? 600 into tan delta by 2 is tan 40 degrees by 2. And length of the curve is pi into 600 into 40 by 180 degrees. Now, are you clear, Gautam? Can you please respond? Gautam and Dilip, are you clear with this, sir, problem? Is it clear for everyone? Both of you? Can you please respond? Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this session, sir. Students, if you are really liking the 10 challenging questions concept, try to share this with all your friends, which will help them to achieve a better rank in the GATE exam. We at IMS GATE Academy offering offline GATE coaching. Okay, very good, Gautam, very good. Sir, what I would like to tell you is, we at IMS GATE Academy offers offline GATE coaching at Jayanagar and also at Vijayawada near Bench Circle. So, my dear students, we are offering 800 plus hours of GATE coaching with the subject material, exercise material, chapter test, level test, subject-wise test, advanced level test, multiple subject test. And to improve yourself, we at IMS GATE Academy rate the student success with the mentoring sessions and also doubt solving portal. So, if you are really interested for GATE 25, then my dear students, visit our offline centers, and we are also providing the online and the self-recording courses which will help your future success in the GATE exam. And once again, my dear students, all, yes, Gautam, Jayanagar, yes. Jayanagar near, sir, Jayanagar metro station, you can visit and you can get in touch with, we have a Rahman student awareness people, and or otherwise, Gautam, if you have any queries, no, directly join in the Telegram group link and you will get a better idea. So, all the best for GATE 24 exam who are appearing. Utilize your time, be healthy, stay positive. Thank you and all the best, students.